Good afternoon, and welcome to M.M.E. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today I have for you Transformers Generations Legacy Commander Class Motormaster in his semi-truck mode. Here he is, and oh boy is he big. We're going to talk about him in full today on M.M.E. So, let's get into the measuring process first. We'll talk about the height of everything. Let me make sure I got this right. Okay, so height-wise, here we are. He is 17, 18, 19, 20 studs in height, and this guy is really long. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to measure it all together, because he is kind of all together right now. So let's see. All right, we got that. Cool. Lay it down there, and let's see. Boop, boop. Okay, that's lined up at the very front, and this one still needs some more room, so we're just going to slide you on back, and there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 studs plus 32 studs equals 37 studs in length. It's a big, long dude. Width-wise, let's take a look. Is he applied by the normal 8 stud wide rule? He does not. I know that one for pretty true. Okay, let's just drive him up on the mat here, and let's see what we got here. Boom and boom, and well, that's crazy, huh? He is 8 studs in width. I thought he'd be wider. Because the Earthrise Optimus is a little skinnier than him, but no, he's 8 studs in length. He can fit on a Lego road plate without any problems. For any of you who are looking for cool roads for your, your Stuntacons to tear up, the Masters of the Road to tear up, you can get some Lego road plates, and they'll fit quite well. Here is the Cliff Jumper mold next to him. We got Cliff Jumper right here. Cliff Jumper's super tiny. Oh, Cliff Jumper's so small. Cliff Jumper stretches from bumper to not even the back wheels of Motormaster. That's wild. Yeah, Cliff Jumper can, of course, just drive across the entire top of the trailer here. And, yeah, let's set that up. And for further size comparisons, we've got Earthrise Optimus here with his trailer. I'm not sure if this is the right trailer or not. It could be the black one. But let's line them up. Okay, cool. All lined up now? Alright. So we put bumper to bumper on these 2 Kenworths, and we've got... Oh, his little wheels fell down. Yeah, now this is definitely an extended trailer. It's extended by a few studs compared to the Earthrise Optimus. But then again, the gap between the Earthrise Optimus and his trailer isn't as big as the gap between Motormaster and his trailer. I just thought that'd be an interesting thing to notice. Okay, Earthrise Optimus, you can go and chill right here. There you go. And finally, we've got my favorite combination, my favorite kit bash, which I recommend to all of you, because it feels cool. So what you do is you take the Siege Optimus Prime, and then you take Laser Optimus Prime's tanker. And you can put Laser Optimus Prime's tanker on Siege Optimus Prime, and you get this awesome feeling, heavy assault truck that's got some tanker on the back of it. It feels really cool. It's a solid, crazy vehicle that you can imagine dealing a lot of damage whenever it just plows through things because of the sheer weight on its back. I like it. I thought it was fun. So, rough size comparison, those 2 together, and there you go. Now, for non-trailer stuff, but we'll finish that up. We'll measure out the non-trailer stuff whenever we actually talk about that. First off, we're going to talk about the figure here. So this is a Kenworth sleeper cab, kind of extended cab model. So it's a similar company to the Kenworth here that Optimus Prime is made out of, but there are some differences. Difference number 1 is this thing's got an extended cab. Difference number 2 is that the Earthrise Optimus is slightly skinnier than this Kenworth. The Motormaster's Kenworth. Like, his Kenworth is a bigger truck, but not bigger by much. Not bigger by much at all. It's taller, And let's get the trailer off, and we can really talk about that. Let's see. Take that trailer off. Okay, when you're taking the trailer off, there's this bit under here you got to get with your fingernail, and you can pull up this trailer stand that's about the flimsiest thing in the world. It will collapse and fall on you at the most random times, and you can't control it. It just will do what it wants. I wish they had given us something a little more sturdy right there, but oh well. So, here we go. We're gonna... and then it fell because I moved it. Okay, we're just gonna set you down. Move you out of the way and set you down right there. Cool. Okay, so we've got these two trucks next to each other. For some reason, the Motormaster Kenworth has no, vents, has no pipes, which is wild. I thought it would at least have a couple of, pipes on the sides or something. Maybe, it feels like you got little tabs here where you could put some in, but it didn't come with any pipes for the side, any smokestacks. That's a little upsetting, but then again, you can just go, it's an electric Kenworth. Ooh! So, there you go. Size comparison. I just love how these guys are so similar, yet different. And I'm looking forward to more of the Stuntacons for that reason. Like, I liked the Lamborghini one. I can't wait to see what that Countach Lamborghini looks like in comparison to the Countach Lamborghini that I have, the Red Alert and stuff. And, Sideswipe. I'm super excited. And the Porsche, I want to compare the Porsche to Jazz and see what the difference is. I think it's really cool that they're using similar vehicles, but they're going to have a completely different transformation. And it makes me excited. I can't wait. So that's the size comparison of these two. The Kenworth truck is definitely bigger. Well, the Motormaster Kenworth is definitely bigger. But then again, that's the extended Kenworth cab. Now let's get the Siege Optimus out here so we can get a good comparison of these trucks together. It's rare we get a semi-truck that's a Decepticon. Oh wait, I'm using a semi-truck that's a Decepticon, Nemesis Prime. So Nemesis Prime is actually a bit longer than Motormaster. Just a hair longer than Motormaster. Nemesis Optimus Prime is still not as wide as Motormaster, but definitely wider than Earthrise. I'd say there's one stud difference in width there, and we got a better comparison right here on the Lego pad. So, yeah, Optimus Prime here, he is, what is that? That is 7 studs in width. So, the Siege Voyager mold is 7 studs in width, and the Earthrise mold is 7 studs in width. Okay, so that's enough of the really fun comparison of semi-trucks. Should have gotten pipes out here. Oh well. So let's talk about this really fun truck. I guess I'll go into the what this thing is first. It's an extended cab Kenworth. I've said that before. It's got a little sleeper cab bit on the top. As a kid, I liked this truck. When it showed up in the show, I was just like, wow, that thing is so cool. It's got that cool sleeper cab on the top of it, and it's yellow. I like that color. And his trailer here is an extended. It's a longer trailer, and it's a refrigerator truck. A refrigerator trailer. You get that by, you get all of these, this big bunch of stuff right here at the top area. Well, that's all refrigeration gear. And then, this area in front here, you can imagine that being, the radiators and stuff, the assembly for all the refrigeration equipment that's up here at the top. And even it has the little bits on the sides, like the vent areas. I think it's really cool. I like how this trailer comes together to create a refrigerator truck, and it works out pretty well. It's just, good grief, this thing is heavy. So let's talk Kenworth, and we're going to move into the trailer because the trailer is also really cool. So the Kenworth guy here has 6 moving wheels. Texture wise, you got really nice textures coming up the front. You got a good grille for the truck. You've got headlight textures. I'm sure they painted those headlights in. You've got little windshield wipers just below the truck windows. Really nice truck windows. And, mirrors on the sides. And I really appreciate the mirrors. I tell you guys, mirrors really help whenever you're determining sizes. The mirrors will always be your guide. Like, the mirrors on the side of the Earthrise Optimus Prime are just a bit smaller than the mirrors on the Motormaster, which I'm a little meh on. But Motormaster here is well constructed. The only negative I have to this figure, and I'm going to talk about it a lot because it's my biggest negative. And if you know anything about my channel, then you know the thing I hate is that plastic they used in Earthrise. I don't like it. I don't like the feel of it. And this has got a lot of that plastic involved. This entire back trailer hitch area is made out of that plastic. Oh, why couldn't you give me the cool, high-quality plastic that Rodimus Prime came with? And, man, this guy just fell again. Come here. There we go. And, you know, it's a truck. It's got flat, yeah, it's flat-faced. It comes up to the cool little sleeper cab. There's some cool sleeper windows in there. I always imagined that'd be really cool to live in this truck with those nice sleeper windows. You know, you can have the morning light come in through your truck every morning and you illuminate the interior. I thought that would be really cool. It's like a little loft up there, and it's neat. And you come back here, you got a really well put together trailer hitch area. There's even gas cans on the sides. That's really neat. I like that the gas cans are actually part of the arms, but they're designed in such a way that you don't even expect that these are actually part of the arms, from the way the arms peg into the bottom. This did a good job of making a robot in disguise. This is really well done. It uses a lot of panels, and I really like that. You know, panels allow for there to be a really cool robot shape underneath all the car shape. So we'll put Motormaster off to the side. He's a vehicle that I absolutely enjoy. And we'll look at the trailer. The trailer is heavy, like capital H heavy. This is where most of your money went. And we're going to talk about this trailer in depth a lot. But for now, we'll just talk about the trailer itself without really talking about its interior. So it's got some really great textured lines that run across the entire side of the trailer, except where, you know, you got these joints, these little hinges that pop out. But these texture lines go all down the sides. They're really nice. I really love them. They're very, very similar to the texture lines on the Earthrise Optimus Prime, except these textured lines on here are a bit wider apart and a bit more recessed in that you can feel them better. Like they definitely pop out more. These are very close together. There's not much plastic between them. And actually, this thing is so thin that you can feel, when you run your hands down it, you can feel the interior plastics that actually hold everything together, which is crazy. But with this guy, you don't feel that. You feel solid lines that run down the entire side. I am not upset at this trailer at all. This Earthrise Optimus Prime trailer that uses the Earthrise plastic, I absolutely just do not like. I do not like this. Sam I am. I do not like these green eggs and ham. But I do like the Motormaster trailer. The Motormaster trailer is top notch. And there. Oh my god. My bad luck is catching it. And it's worth, this vehicle mode is definitely worth it. Siege port wise, we're finished up with the siege ports. There are only a few, so there should be a siege port hidden. There it is. There's a siege port hidden underneath one of these joints, and that's really it. There's one siege port on each side, and not really much else. This is the big flaw with this figure. The biggest negative I have on him, he's got some siege pegs on top of he's got 4 siege pegs on top of the vehicle and 1 siege port on either side above the wheel well. But because of the transformation, it's hard to even get at those. They're kind of hidden. And missed opportunity there. Why weren't there more siege ports? Why can't I weaponize this guy like crazy? I want more siege ports. Even the Kenworth here, he doesn't have any siege ports. Not a single siege port on this truck. They didn't even set it up so the hands could become siege ports. There's not even a siege port around the wheels. There's no siege ports on the sides. There's just no siege ports anywhere, and it's a little upsetting. It's a little upsetting. And this gap right here on the Kenworth is also, you get these little stairs to go up, and then there's just this gappy area right there, and that's they could have given us one more panel to fold down to hide that. I think that would have been fair. It's just one more fold down panel on each side to hide that little bit of edge right there. That's it. I got 2 gripes with the vehicle mode, 3 gripes, 1 gripe, no siege ports, very few. 2 gripe, this stupid stand on this trailer never wants to stand, and this trailer will just randomly collapse on you. And 3rd gripe, you got these 2 gaps on the vehicle mode, and it really hinders the vehicle mode. I mean, it makes it easier to transform this vehicle mode without a doubt, because you can get in there and pull some parts apart, but they also hinder the vehicle mode, and that's my 3rd gripe. I enjoy this thing. I recommend it. I've played with the robot mode. I've played with the transformation. I've played with the combined mode. I think this is going to be one excellent figure, and this is definitely going to be a figure that you look back on and wish you had grabbed when you had the opportunity. That's all I've got to say on this one. Tune in tomorrow. I will be informing you, instructing you on how to transform him from his Kenworth mode into his robot mode. And also, I'll inform you on how to transform the trailer into the combined mode trailer. Sadly, I keep forgetting how to transform the base mode, so I'm going to study up on that more. I'm going to try and find a reviewer who actually describes how to transform the base mode without going, put piece here. Yeah, this piece looks like this. You're going to want to slide it in right there. That's where you want to put it, right there. Yeah, that irritates the snot out of me. All right. Well, until next time, bye-bye for now.